Ed Sheeran. The supermarket flowers off the windowsill. Pour the day-old tea from the cup. Packed up a photo album Matthew had made. Memories of a life that's been.
He would tell me he looked up to me, and all I could think was that I looked up to him and that I was learning from him, because he just had this way of putting his whole heart and soul into everything he did, and he never asked for recognition, he never asked for praise, and he would hold everybody else to that standard of like, this is what we should do, and we should do it with love.
During one of the scenes that we had off, we both went into the audience because I believe that I had asked if anybody wanted to go with me. He said yes, and we just sat together, and we laughed so hard because this was during an earthquake scene, and our friend could not figure out how to be in an earthquake, and it was his first time with this awful Gandalf wig, and we were just laughing and
Hilarious, and he was so kind to everybody, and he loved everybody, and he loved everything he did, especially theater. He was such an amazing actor, and in all of the scenes we did and the plays we were in together, I remember during Oz we were both clouds in the tornado, and we were standing outside the auditorium by the doors, and we were just talking and, you know, trying not to laugh outside the doors, trying to be quiet, and before we went to run around in circles. A really fond memory when I think of him.
My favorite memory of Cole was during Senior Roses this past year. Everyone was sobbing, but he was just sitting there, and there's this really funny photo of me, Elizabeth, and Kate just bawling our eyes out, and he's just in the background.
I have so many good memories of Cole, but my favorites are simply spending time with him during Tempest. He would be at every Tech Saturday, and he would stay late to make sure everything got done. He showed up to every rehearsal, no matter how tired he was there. Every time he walked into a room, he would have the biggest smile, and everyone around him would smile. He had such a big impact on everybody in our department, and when you talked to him, you could see this light in his eyes, and he would focus all of his energy on you and what you had to say. And during Tempest, it didn't matter how much the blocking changed, or the script changed, or how confusing the blocking got. He would take everything that was said and put his heart and soul into Trinculo and into the show.
I treasure every experience that I had with him. And I also realized how talented of an actor he was. We had just started at Mountain Vista and in Stage 5 Theater, and he was already so advanced and so talented at what he did. And I was amazed at how good he was at such a young age. I loved his sense of humor and how he was able to make everybody laugh, whether they were having a good day or a bad day. He always knew how to bring something to the room and make the environment even more lively. And I love how nice he was. He was just the nicest person to talk to, and you always felt happy around Cole.
Cole was such a bright and beautiful soul, and I always wanted to be around him because I knew he would make me laugh if it was a topic he liked, because he would always be so passionate about it. I remember last year, my Theater 3 final, he came up to me after and just was talking about all the parts he liked, and I was like, whoa, this is so nice. And he was analyzing it and was so passionate about talking about it, and I was just like, I love this, you know. And I remember him always being so open with people and being able to talk about what was going on in his life, especially to people who were close with him. And I remember always being so scared and awkward to ask him about things, because I don't know, I was just scared. And he was just you don't you're fine, ask me anything, I'm an open book, you know. And I admire him about that, you know. And I always And I also admire his dedication. He always wanted to be the best that he could be, and he pushed himself along with so many others, including me, to be like the best version that they could be. And I still try to keep that in the back of my mind every day and do the best that I can.
Be himself. And I really admire that about him, because that takes a certain amount of courage that not everybody has. Like, he could get on stage and just, like, not even be himself, but like, he wasn't afraid to give everything his all. He didn't look like he ever had stage fright. He never was scared to get in front of a class and speak. Like, he was never scared to be him.